Hi, this is Trey Passer. I'm going to do a review of 28 Years Later. This is the third movie in this trilogy of British horror, directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alice Garland. I think it's been a while since, because the first movie was 28 days later, then it was 28 weeks later, and now we have 28 years later. Okay, and I really enjoyed these films. I still remember the first movie uh, with the black woman, and I still remember that. I think it was in the beginning of the movie where the guy, they're killing zombies, the girl and the guy, and I think the guy gets, I think he gets bit, or she at least she thinks he got bit, and she just starts hacking and killing him right away. I just said, oh my god, that just told me right there that this movie was going to be different. This zombie movie is going to be different, and of course, in these movies, the zombies are super fast. They're like not like slow, like how the Walking Dead zombies are. No, these zombies are super fast, and they chase you, and just it's a little nightmare. Okay, and of course, the second movie, which I really enjoy even more, especially that opening with I forgot the actor's name, who was he played Rumpelstiltskin on the Once Upon a Time TV show. I can't remember his name, but he was like one of the main stars in the second movie. And that opening scene between him and his family and what happens is what a way to open a movie. It was absolutely fantastic. And again, that movie was excellent too. Another excellent addition. So again, this is 28 years later, and also I found out again because I thought this was going to be like a trilogy. I found out that there is going to be a fourth movie. Okay, which I didn't know at all. But anyway, this movie, of course, starts with this. In these movies, the England is basically uninhabitable. It's full with zombies. Excuse me, put it that way. And there's a strip of land in this movie that kind of takes you to it, and that strip of land, outside of that strip of land, of course, they have a kind of a fortress. They have it blocked off, and you have our main character who live in the little village and stuff. And of course, Aaron Taylor Johnson in this, Jodie Kramer, Ralph Fiennes, and I think I want to make special mention of the young kid that's in this movie, Alfie Williams. He plays Spike, and he's the son of Jodie Kramer and Aaron Taylor Johnson, and they live in this. And I think it's supposed to be his 13th birthday. I think it is, and his mother, Jodie, played by Jodie Kramer, is sick. She's in the bed all the time. She's like coughing constantly, and they don't really tell you at first what she has, but it's just at first you think that she might be infected, but as it goes along, they explain what happens to her. But the whole big thing about this is that Aaron Taylor Johnson, his character, wants to he's ritual, I guess, to he wants to have his son participate in going to the main island. Okay, and basically killing zombies. Like you see in the trailers. That's, I guess, his rite of passage. To make him a man. Okay, and it's so at first you think they have a great relationship because they're with each other, and the mom is sick, and he's cooking breakfast for him and taking care of him, and doing all these things. But this movie gets a lot more complicated. Okay, as you can see this movie, and what I really loved about, again, the young actor who played, I think it's Alfie Williams, who plays Spike. He is so good in this, and I love his relationship with his father is complicated, but I even love his relationship with his mom. It reminds me of that movie, which I can't remember the name, of course, with Liam Neeson and the little boy where the mom was dying of cancer, and I think Liam Neeson played the tree character, right? The imaginary tree character that he talked to and stuff, and the little boy was so sad that his mom was dying and stuff, and it was like a heartbreaking movie. I remember that, and this kid in this movie reminds me of that kid, and this because he loves his mom to death, and he's desperate to try to get her better, okay, and that's kind of the storyline of the movie. And you have Ralph Fiennes in this movie. He plays a very important part in the movie as well, which I don't want to spoil, but again, these zombies, like I said, in this movie are super fast, and there's several incidences of them being chased and hunted down by these zombies. It's just absolutely frightening. But this movie is more about that relationship between those three main characters, the mom and the son and the father. that's the kind of the driving force of this movie. And again, you get great performance. Even Jodie Kramer, who plays the mom who's who's sick and stuff, and but she of course she loves her son, and she has moments where she's lucid and stuff, and it's really heartbreaking. Yeah, because the son will he obviously he loves his mom and he doesn't want her to die, and he's kind of willing to do anything to make her to hopefully make her better. And it's a really touching and heartbreaking movie, and it's just again, when you see this movie, you're gonna tear up. I said that relationship between the mom and the son is just absolutely beautiful, and there's so many scenes in this movie which I don't want to spoil it. Well, just in the fields, you got to be a cold bastard not to enjoy this movie. But again, these zombies in this movie are insanely fast. Okay, absolutely, they look badass crazy. And again, the fact that they're so fast and just and that just amps up the the thrilling aspect of it. Makes making you nervous and worried about our main characters. Will they survive? Will they get bitten or whatever's going to happen to them? And it's a really good story. Again, Alex Garland wrote this. I think he wrote the other two as well with Danny Boyle. And this movie is just a nice addition to the previous two movies. And like I said, I didn't realize they were going to make a fourth one until I think I read somewhere in Variety that they are going to make a fourth movie to this series, which because I thought because usually people make a trilogy, but I guess these movies are successful, so they want to make another one. I don't know if he filmed 3 and 4 back to back or not. I'm not sure about that, but there is going to be a fourth movie. But this movie, again, like I said, if you're a fan of the first two series, this movie is a nice addition to that, and it's very really good performances. Again, special mention to the young kid who plays Spike, Alfie Williams. That's his name. He's really just gives a really good performance. I love that relationship between him and his mom. Even the relationship between him and his dad is played by Aaron Taylor Johnson just really well. And again, this movie will get you in the feels, and it just has enough zombie action to satisfy the true horror fans as well. So again, I'm going to give this movie, out of my 4-star system, I give 1 star is poor, 2 stars is fair, 3 stars is good, and 4 stars is excellent. I'm going to give it 3 stars for good. This movie is really good, a nice addition to this franchise. And again, if you going in, like I said, I don't want to spoil things, but you're gonna, these movies will specifically this movie is gonna really touch you in the feels. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say without trying to keep the spoilers out of this. Okay, anyway, let me know what you think. If you've seen 28 Years Later, what do you think of it? Did you know they were making a fourth one? I didn't even know. Again, I thought it was just going to make a third one to kind of wrap the whole series, but they are making a fourth one. And again, I don't know if they filmed it back to back or they're going to film it later. But yeah, again, I definitely will be watching that as well. Anyway, again, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. In the description box, I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, Paul Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. Again, my Patreon is only $5 a month. Over 200 videos on there, 5 different categories. You get 5-minute preview clips of all the content that's on there. Follow a link. It'll take you to my Patreon page. Also have a link down below to my merchandise store. As you can see on this t-shirt, I have my Trade Passer logo. I also have the Spherical Circles logo. That's the other logo that I have on my merch. I sell hats, t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, hoodies, water bottles for men, women, unisex. Follow a link. It'll take you to the store. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trade Passer saying so long, and take care.